To me, a credit card feels like a flip phone. The thing that I always give the analogy to is Apple Pay and Google Pay. A couple years ago, I remember like getting introduced to the application of Apple Pay and Google Pay on my phone and being like, oh, I'll never use this. Like I just have my physical card. I'll go ahead and swipe. I don't use my physical card for anything anymore. The only time I actually use my physical card is if my Apple Pay is not working or I don't have access to service or Bluetooth. I'm almost always using a different form of payment, and I even generate virtual cards on a consumer basis in my own life. So the physical card just feels archaic. We can go to so many things: expense management, issuing cards to employees, contractors, project management budgets can be managed with virtual cards, travel expenses, vendor management, monthly subscriptions that can be managed with virtual cards, office expenses, procurement, marketing and advertising. Honestly, the use cases are endless, and to describe the difference that it makes for a business, it's night and day. Every employee has experienced the frustration of waiting on pins and needles for an expense to be reimbursed or to get approval from their manager. Virtual cards just take that problem away. It makes things very simple. You can request a card instantly and you can get an approval instantly. You can have access to make a business payment without having to go through the rigmarole of writing something down on paper or requesting something through a ticket. It's very simple and easy to use virtual cards. From a budget owner, I think the biggest benefit of virtual cards is going to be the visibility and control they have around corporate credit card spend. In terms of control, they're going to be able to have upfront approval capabilities for every purchase that is made for that business. With that control of upfront approvals, you can really focus in on specific budget items and make sure that employees aren't rogue with their spend. And then visibility. If you want to see what your employee is spending on, you can just go to their individual virtual cards for each of their individual purposes and see all the settlements on that individual virtual card. Say you're using a virtual card for Google ad spend and you just want to see all the ad spend that you've done for a particular campaign that month. You can go to the virtual card for that specific ad campaign, look at all the settlements, see exactly how you spent without having to send a long email about how much you've spent and where we're at on the budget with that particular employee. You can just have that visibility instantly, and it makes it really, really easy to keep track of budgets. So what virtual cards do is they create an isolated payment stream with any sort of a vendor or payment that you're making. So essentially, if you are making, say, a payment to one vendor on vendor A on a credit card, that virtual card or those unique 16 digits are only going to be assigned to that one individual vendor. So if that card gets compromised, every other virtual card or your physical card, all those remain intact. All those vendors are safe to be. All we have to do is cancel that one individual virtual card and have that replaced, and the rest of your credit card portfolio per se remains safe. I think a lot of people think virtual cards are complicated. We can get somebody enrolled in Tradeshift Go in as fast as 15 minutes, sometimes as quick as 10 minutes, and create a virtual card for them right away. I think people think it's going to be a long process to set up or a long process to implement, but it's easy. It's quick and easy. I think it thrives in its simplicity. It is so simple to create a virtual card. You can request a card and get a card approved in seconds. And once they see that, I think the veil of all the intimidation and what's a virtual card, how am I going to use it, I think it just goes away instantly because they're like, oh, I know what this is. Oh, I can go into my wallet and look at this individual virtual card and I can make a purchase right now? Oh, great. Awesome. It happens in seconds. I think people just, a light bulb goes off once they see the platform or once they get enrolled. And from there, it's easy.